Well, hi there folks, it's Matt Hayson here looking at this week's property market, and boy oh boy did it get cold in Sydney this week, winter hitting on the button. But let's close out a pretty critical month for the property market in May, starting with last week's auction clearance rate, again sitting at 42.1%. Now higher volume as well, 1,354 properties went under the hammer following the election week. Now also looking around all the capital cities of Australia, pretty much a straight nosedive for the auction clearance rate, all sitting at below 50% with the exception of Canberra, which was sitting at 52% clearance rate. Now, whenever we see that clearance rate down in that 40% bracket, I can tell you there is a continuation of downward pressure on property prices, and that's been reinforced with CoreLogic's latest data suggesting property values in Sydney were down 1% for the month of May. That's the fastest monthly decline that we've seen since January 2019. CoreLogic data also went on to suggest that there were a number of other Sydney suburbs which were seeing much more significant price declines of up to almost 10%, including our local suburb here in Birchgrove. Now, Birchgrove is a very small suburb. There might only be 1 or 2 transactions per month, so it's a very small sample size. But I can tell you, over the last several weeks, I've spoke with the industry's most active buyers agents and selling agents that are operating in the eastern suburbs, the North Shore, the Northern Beaches, and the Inner West. And we can tell you the consensus is on ground level that every suburb in Sydney is down by 10% over the last 2 months. Now, I'm not telling you that to be alarmist. That's a reality of what we're seeing and experiencing in the market. And it wasn't to be unexpected. We knew that after the sharp rise in property values over the last 2 years, we knew that when sentiment would shift and interest rates would increase, that we would see a swift transitionary period that we're experiencing now. That said, buyers agents, selling agents, buyers and sellers that are operating through the market at the moment are very pragmatic and are getting on and playing what's in front of them. And then also, as we charge into the cooler months of the year, we can tell you that listing levels are looking like they're going to remain quite tight for 2 reasons. Not only is the market cooling, and the weather is as well, but that's meaning that a lot of the consumers, buyers, sellers are a little bit more passive around their decision making. But of course as well, international travel is back, and we are speaking to a lot of people that are going to escape to Asia and Europe to enjoy some sunshine. So again, we will see likely very tight listing levels over the next several months. And then finally, the RBA board meeting is next week, and they've got some pretty interesting economic data to wade through, starting with the surging energy costs, rising inflation, interest rates, and the cost of living. But then we've also got the Australian economy came through with a better than expected number, along with company earnings as well. So according to senior economist at ANZ Felicity Emmett, she believes that the conversation around a cash rate increase of 40 points is very much alive and on the agenda. So we'll be waiting to see what unfolds at the RBA board meeting next Tuesday. So that leads us into this weekend, folks. We've got some great properties on the market representing some excellent value. The smart money is out there looking. Make sure you don't miss out. Thanks for watching. Catch you all next week.